Alright guys, sorry for that wait. We'll be getting into the next game any second now. It should just be any moment. We will be getting it. Both teams seem to be ready right away. We're just going to go ahead and switch over to the lobby view so I can update the titles for you guys. Again, we are going to be having UnKnights take on the side of GoldRush Diggers. Again, if you haven't been following the scene for too long, UnKnights is a dark horse in a lot of tournaments, so they're a very strong team in the top 32 sense of the scene. They've taken games off of teams. Unfortunately, I can't recall all of the results right now off the top of my head, but they've taken some very good games. They're a very strong team in their own right. Not quite a top 16 in the world, not quite, consistently a top 32 in the world, but they are a very good team. And we are going to be looking for them to continue on in the bracket and eventually take on SG1, who is above them in the bracket. Again, guys, if you're watching for SG1, we will be getting back into more SG1 in a little bit. It's just that they advanced so fast through their bracket that the bottom part below them didn't get the round of 32 started until they were already won their round of 32, so it will be a little bit before, because they have to play 2 games, or sorry, yeah, there's like 2 or 3 games that have to happen before they can have opponents. So let me update this, and we will be getting you guys the action as soon as possible. We'll be getting the introductions done so we can actually commentate the game itself. First of all, we have UnKnight's going to be playing the defense. We have Call over here on Lucio for the defense. We have Double Soldier going to be coming out for them. Draxon on one. BZJ going to be on the other one. We have Veteran Jr. going to be picking up on the Reaper. Halle going to be picking up the Mercy, and that leaves Unga going to be picking up the Reinhardt. And over here on the side of the offense for GoldRush Diggers, we have Greg 2 Fram going to be picking up a McCree. KYB going to be picking up a... Soldier, excuse me. Gooey going to be picking up a Lucio. We have Izzy over here for the Mercy. Fenrir going to be picking up the Reinhardt, which leaves Alien for the Winston. So we'll see how it goes. We're going to follow out the Winston at first because he needs to be the one jumping on the offense. KYB normally playing for Tropic Gaming in the Superstar League is a very good player from my experience. So definitely be watching him on the kill feed. He's very important. And I really appreciate that. Wafakafa. I will definitely continue to improve and try to do my best to be the best caster I can because I like doing this. But Alien, oh man, he gets popped right off. Not going to be able to do too much. Defense actually does force the Reinhardt down. That's critical. That's what you want to do at the beginning is force the defense apart, bop them off of the edge there. Now Halle in an awkward spot. Call as well. Going to get flashed up by the offense, but it's not too much. Or defense not going to be doing too much so far. Really, no kills. Onga going to be getting the first blood of the game as KYB goes down. And Onga with a second. That's that solid Reinhardt play that you want to see from your Reinhardt. And for the Superstar League EU kickoff tournament, it was UnKnights versus the side of Bananafly in the finals, and that was an absolutely exciting match to watch. Really excited to see how this continues to go as we're going to have Call, Veteran going to be picking up 2, KYB going to be picking up his own. Again, KYB, a player to watch on this team in my opinion, as BZJ going to be picking up another one, and that's 3 for the side of the defense. But the Resurrection bringing up the offense, going to give him a chance to continue to push forward. As we are having more action on the payload itself. We'll be moving on to the market area as the offense is actually getting a decent time right now. The side of UnKnights not having the best defense that they could. Definitely not holding the arch, but there we go. Veteran going to be ripping out the Death Blossom. And that sound barrier, though, absolutely critical, giving the team a chance. But Veteran still gets Greg before that happens. Onga takes out Izzy, and that should be the end of this offense. However, the payload is all the way up here, so they do have more options to work with. The payload won't be gunking up their push through the archway. And we'll be again getting to a better view for you guys so you guys can actually see what's going on in the action. But yeah, hopefully we'll be getting more GLB, guys. GLB was already in a game when I found this game, so unfortunately it's hard. The brackets are advancing at different rates all over the place. I want to get you guys as much fluid action as possible, no matter what team you're a fan of. So hopefully GLB can continue winning out. We can get more games of them as that's just unfortunately how it goes. We're gonna have a Deadeye coming out from Greg. We'll go switch over to Call. Actually meant to switch to Greg. Misclicked there, but we'll stay on Call as he's trying to get some damage out with that Lucio. Again, watch his cart dancing. That's important when there's a big fight going on. We'll try to switch to him. Let you guys see how that Lucio is doing his cart dancing. There's a Resurrection coming out that I believe was the side of the defense. It was Halle going to be bopping that out, bringing up his team. There's a Tactical Visor being activated by KYB. see how big are his sights. How big are his sights? Let's find out. He's got one and then two so far, and looking for more. He's going to go round the back, taking quite a bit of damage from the defensive soldier. Going to be peppering him as he runs back. And this is in the live patch, Key Gamer. This is with the McCree nerf and the Widow nerf. This is the most recent patch of BZJ going to be going down over here, and we don't have much defense to be switching to, as the offense is going to be stabilizing on the point. Let's see what kind of comp they switch to. Normally, Widowmaker is incredibly powerful on this section of the map. You can set up right here as Widowmaker. You can see where Alien just went. That's a pretty good spot as well on the offense. There's also the far right to flank around. We'll try to give you guys a good view. But there's a lot of options here on the streets phase of Dorado to use on the side of the attack. We'll see what GoldRush Jiggers decides to choose. Of course, UnKnight's going to be trying to do their best to stall it out and go for a complete hold, as they do want to have that option of just capping the point to win. Rockets going out. Double Reaper coming out from the side of UnKnights, as they're going to have the first Death Blossom coming out from Veteran, doing so much! Veteran with the quad kill with that. BZJ going to be picking up the 5th kill for his team, but that Death Blossom, that's what you need to see from your Reaper, and they actually ended up using both. Somehow Veteran ended up getting all the kills and the credit for that, but that was a double Death Blossom. Both Reapers doing a good job getting onto the point at the right time and doing that, but Veteran with the quad kill on the feed. Oh, okay, so it is a completely different KYB. Okay, alright, my apologies. It is a different KYB then either way. Oh, good. Concussive Rocket bopping off the mainly Drexen on that Reaper. Going to get him down in the bottom by himself. Like to see the offense focus that down that target. Their team shotting could be a little bit better, as now we're going to have a double Pharah to deal with this double Reaper. And there's a pretty good Earth Shatter coming out, stunning up one of the supports as well as a DPS. But there's going to be 4 down for the side of the defense, or offense, as the side of UnKnights pushing in aggressively. We're going to go into the first-person camera for you guys. As you can see, the team fights are going very well for the side of UnKnights. We want to see what the players are doing in these team fights. Veteran going to be on fire right now, sticking on him. Definitely the star player of his defense. Depending on how this push goes, we'll see what the offense is doing and how they're playing it, what their players are doing. But want to see what Veteran's doing. We'll quickly switch over here to BZJ, as he has the better view, peppering and spamming out as that soldier. His job, going to be keeping that consistent harassment. And I would definitely like to stream that game. And we'll definitely figure that out, guys, as there's going to be a pretty good rocket barrage with a great sound barrier, mainly from that Lucio. Gotta give him credit. That keeps his KYB alive during that rocket barrage, and now his team's able to continue the push. Fights all over the place, guys. It's hard for me to get a good camera angle for you. You're going to have to use a little bit of the infra sight here. As you can see the outlines, there's fighting it out right there is Alien with the Widowmaker, as we do have Draxen switching over to that over on the right side up by that archway. There's a fight going on. The cart pretty much empty right now, as no one's really fighting on it. There is going to be multiple fighting on that left side. The offense going to be grouping up around it. We do have BZJ as well. We're going to switch over to Draxen. He's critical here. When you pick up a Widowmaker, you need these shots to be landing. Even if they aren't the headshots, we definitely want to be seeing BZJ team shotting well with his teammate, following up those body shots with good harassment and cleaning up the kills, and or the soldier peppering him up and then cleaning him up with Widowmaker. And that's going to be sights being bopped out. That is, sorry, Greg going to be using that. His sights are pretty big, picking up one so far, but he's going to get swung on and killed. Draxen going to be the one getting most of these shots, doing a lot. That was a great flashbang, stopping one. Now, oh, Draxen. This is how you play Widowmaker. Shot after shot, shot after shot. Going to help clean that up. That was a quick head tag. Now going to jump down with that assault rifle, helping kill Cow Fenrir, and that's going to be a cleaned up offense. We're on the streets phase of Dorado, guys, in the round of 32. UnKnights versus GoldRush Gaming. And UnKnights looking to have a very strong defense on this Dorado Streets phase. We're at the midway through the cast, guys, so if you please do let your friends know on social media that this is going on. Please do share the word to get more people in here. The games are awesome. They only are going to get better as the teams are more even, and we're going to be watching games like GLB and IO Octane. That's a very good match, of course, because they are both in the middle skier. IO Octane been doing pretty well in their tournament performances. And then on the top side of bracket, guys, the games are just getting better and better with SG1, Creation, UnKnights, and of course, and the other team is just escaping my mind. I apologize. There's one other team up there that is doing very well. But defense going to be stalling up over here to the right, going to be going into that room. Draxen! Great tag. Takes out the Widowmaker. Widowmaker takes out the Mercy. That's no resurrection for the side of the offense. 33 seconds remains, and it looks like it's going to be a full hold as Draxen. Oh, it is a thing of beauty. Let's see how alive you feel right now. Definitely still literally alive, dodging those shots. Not going to be actually hit by them now. BZJ getting a little bit Never mind, he is going to go ahead and back off. I was going to say it's a little zealous as he is going to try to 1v1 a McCree in close range. There's the speed boost from the offense onto from the Lucio. They need to be going forward first. And that's going to be a tag, maybe? No tag so far. Looking to get onto that Mercy. I don't know why I want to keep calling Mercy Widowmaker. Winston going to be forcing back the Widowmaker, and it looks like there might not even be an overtime proc, as there isn't going to be, and that's going to be a full hold on the second point. For the side of UnKnights, we're going to be switching the titles, guys. And again, until the round of 8, aka the quarterfinals, all of these are going to be best of ones. So, GoldRush Diggers needs to get their own defense going. They really don't have a choice here. This Death Blossom. This Death Blossom. Absolutely disgusting. What you expect from your Reaper in any play. And honestly, like, that's the thing, right? Like, at the end of the day, whether or not... Yeah, how do I want to phrase this? There's obviously a lot of flame and hate on the subreddit and other places like that in the non-competitive community where people are like, oh, it's just the queue of the game. He just pressed a button and did a bunch of damage. Well... The truth of the matter is, guys, that most of video gaming is you have to press your buttons, right? Like, it's about positioning. It's about this constant flow of information. There's other players making decisions, trying to gunk up your game, trying to execute pushes, etc., etc., etc. And so your ability to know when to press the buttons obviously changes constantly and conditionally. So yeah, it's like you just jump down and press your ult, but like 9 times out of 10, if you just do that and that's your mentality, you're going to get flashbanged by McCree, hooked by a Roadhog. So there's like these other coordinations and elements that go into it for those absolutely disgusting ultimates that you see. Those aren't just pressing a button in the right place at the right time. Yeah, sometimes that is what it is, but 9 times out of 10, it's the coordination, the cognition of the player to see the events unfold in his head before they do, and that intuition gives him the ability to make that on-the-fly decision-making as to whether or not that is a Death Blossom, right? Why did they use both Death Blossoms is another question. They probably could have got away with just using one. I wasn't paying too close attention, and I can watch them when I go through my VOD review, but the one of the Reapers might have gotten interrupted, which is why they wanted to use both of them at the same time. Too strong, that it is. And there's also Melty and Team Hybrid TM is also available. There are a lot of good teams in this bracket, guys. Lots of good games. I wish I could cast them all. I wish I could cover them all. Unfortunately, I'm only community casting, and I'm getting the games that I can for you guys, hopping into the lobbies where I can. I appreciate it so much. While we have this downtime, I deeply apologize, but do follow at ESL Overwatch on Twitter. Go to ESL_Overwatch on Twitch and follow them there. That's where the mainstream is. You can follow me at RaptorZOW on Twitter. And again, guys, I appreciate it so much. If you have any more feedback for my casting, what you guys think I could do better, camera work, what I'm saying during the cast, commentary, what I'm pointing out, all of that stuff, I want to continue to do this and be doing this in a more serious capacity in the future. So your guys' feedback, your guys' criticism, your guys' frank and honesty is what I need to improve, and so I really appreciate it. It helps me a lot. But we'll be getting into the game, guys. You don't want to watch me or listen to me ramble. If you did, you'd be tuning into a podcast, and I don't do one of those yet, so I can't shamelessly plug a podcast. But what I can say is that someday I would love to get involved with more podcasts and do that. That would be awesome. But until then, guys, Talk Watch is over. We'll be moving into the only watch, the Watch. Casual plug of Strat Watch. Cop a face. As we are going to give you guys a little bit of a cinematic view here of Dorado. Again, this is the well section known as the first point. Major things that if you didn't know about that you can access or use as a competitive team or just in your public matches. Of course, there is this underground area that you can use. One thing you can do is send 1 or 2 flankers through here, pop up over here, jump here. Most teams do a main strat push where you have Reinhardt pushing up here. Maybe you put one in the stairwell. Less commonly, what you can see is over here on the right-hand side, there is this back stairwell that is accessible via this way. And you can use that to get up over here and potentially flank the offensive setup that way. The other option is, of course, you have Secret, which as you can see here, the Symmetra being aware of it is going to go ahead and put 2, 3 sentry turrets. Wow. Really, really preemptive about that. That's the side of Gold Diggers. Oh, God. Now I need to look at the stream. GoldRush Diggers is the name of their team. And let me make sure that's right, because I could definitely have gotten that really messed up on... yeah, GoldRush Diggers. Okay, guys, so we will be getting into the game. Pretty standard setup. Actually, Not so standard setup. They won't be running a Junkrat. They'll be running a Roadhog. That has been becoming more popular. Roadhog is a barrier burster as well. He can easily shred through those barriers. And the other part that is very important is that he can hook people. Once the barrier is down, he just hooks offenders over and over again in Draxon. We're going to go over to him. He's critical for these first few picks. If he can land 1 or 2, it would be absolutely massive. Veteran going to be on that. Genji. As Genji is a very important hero in these kinds of, in this map specifically, I think. It is really important that you access those flanks and get the defense to look at more than just the murder hole. KYB going to be taking out B. Oh, BZJ, he goes down. Where was that? We're going to go to his dead body. We can't find it. That's not good. And here we go, dashing in his Veteran, looking to go on to this McCree, doing a fair bit of damage, but he is getting taken a lot of damage from that Symmetra. Is going to get this Symmetra is going to get healed up over here by Mercy, and it looks like the defense is going to be holding pretty well right now. The side of UnKnights not doing too well on their first attempt at push. Now again, because they had a full hold on point 2, all they need to do is hold the first or crack the first 2 points. They just need to convert, or they just need to get through the second point. They don't need to convert. They don't need to complete the map. They just need to complete the second point. So here we go, pushing forward, looking for that headshot, tags him. Good kill, KYB. That's what you need to see from your Widowmaker in the clutch. Let's see if it can continue. We're going to stay on him again. Widowmaker, you live and die by it. BZJ going to be getting another kill. Drexen going off right now, landing a 3rd shot as well. And Onga going to be picking up a double kill. This is so fast. And if we were running true stopwatch timer, I believe this is faster than the first conversion. So this would be going to UnKnights if they can completely convert this. And Drexen is just going off right now. KYB, luckily though, answering 2 kills. That headshot again. Headshot after headshot. Look at this guy go. Look at this guy go on Widow. Look at him go. One more shot. Rocket Barrage to the far left doing a lot of damage. We're going to go over to the overhead view as we have a high noon from Greg. He's going to be looking for some kills, but he doesn't look like he's going to be able to pick him off. The offense, though, hasn't been able to push past the choke point. There we go. Multiple down. The entire team is down, and that looks to be like UnKnight's opening and window. They do have Alien in the background, but he is just a Roadhog, a giant ult battery, and now most of the ults are going to be charged up for the side of the offense. We have Onga sitting on an ult. We have Call with that sound barrier, and it looks like Veteran and BZJ, of course, did use theirs to take that point, and they'll be recharging for the rest of them, for the next portion of this map. Drexen going to be flanking out to the left side looking for that pick. It's going to be critical. Can he land it? He's waiting for the right shot. He pulls it! There you go. He could have done that a little bit sooner. A bit of hesitation from him, not wanting to go. Of course, that is a situation where if they find you before you take the shot, then you never get to take the shot. So sometimes it's just worth taking the shot. High-risk shots are better than no risk or no chance shot, right? Like, if there's no chance of your shot landing because they saw you, then you should have taken the high-risk shot in the first place and just backed off after a cow. Going to be taking out a Veteran, though, and that's not good for the side of the offense. That's going to stall up their attempts pretty heavily, as we have over here the side of BZJ going down as well. And now they're going to be collapsing onto the Widowmaker. Widowmaker goes down, Drexen going down, but the payload has been unabatedly pushing, and that's what UnKnights is looking for. They're already up to that archway. They only have to complete this last section. We'll stay on our camera here just for a second, guys. If they get it to that the temple symbol, the nuclear reactor that's on this map, in the background, you can see it's actually this right here. It's like actually a nuclear reactor. It's pretty cool. They're going to be pushing that in. But here we go in the background. We're going to have a Winston swinging away, going ham. Going to be looking to get... Oh, it gets charged by the Reinhardt. Now swinging away is Veteran with that blade. We're going to be switching to him. He's doing a lot of damage for his team as well as this massive rocket barrage. And that is how you play Genji with Dragon Blade. Once it's out, don't stop. Fight, fight, fight. Get mini kills. Justice raining from above, though, as BZJ is going to take out KYB midair. And now it's just really up to this Winston. He's the only one in the area to stall out. Cart healing going to be doing a fair bit for the, for the fairy here. But she's taking so much damage. She's down to 4 HP. Just a little bit of a damage from that Winston is going to take her out. And now we have Greg going to be pushing forward with the McCree. And they seem to have stalled out a fair bit here as a side of UnKnights and Mike have a little bit harder time capping this point than originally anticipated. And left clicks going out from Greg again, looking to get more kills. Veteran going to be pushing forward, taking out the Winston. That's absolutely critical. Immediately rewinding to avoid dying. KYB does take out Drexen, though. We have a double tracer coming out. BZJ going to be going off so far with that Fairy, getting 1-2 kills. We're going to be on Gooey as he's back here on this Lucio, trying to stay alive for his team. KYB gets a kill, taking out Holly so low, goes down. And now there's no resurrection. We're going to be going over to Veteran as he's on this tracer, picking up an health pack. But the defense is in good numbers and in good spirits and in good position. And this doesn't look like it's going to be a convertible push here. here, as the side of UnKnights is going to have to back up and go back to the drawing board. I'd like to see them switch away from these tracers and pick up something a little bit more anti-tank, as they do possibly a Reaper. Reaper is very good against McCree now too, because McCree can't really kill him in a single fan the hammer. It takes a lot more, and especially with that Wraith form, you're able to escape consistently and should never die, assuming you save it. We are going to stay on Drexen for a second as he looks to continue to hit these shots and find more kills for his team. 1 tag, 2 tags. Not too much more though. Switching over to the side of BZJ. With that Pharah, he does have a rocket barrage in the pocket, and there isn't that much hit scan to stop him. There really is only that McCree on the hit scan side, and with him down, this rocket barrage, as soon as the Pharah is dead, there's really nothing to cancel it. There is nothing to cancel it, and just going to rip it out. Going to be hitting on both supports, now looking for the Lucio, going to be taking him out, and now looking over to the Pharah on the defense with no resurrection available. Izzy didn't even get the chance to build it up, and that hammer down might just be the seal, that might just be the key in the hole here that UnKnights needs to unlock their victory. They're pushing in aggressively. There's a pretty good Deadeye going out from McCree. Going to be looking to take out to this Mercy, and now it's going to definitely go down, and that's GG, guys. UnKnights going to be advancing as they're able to convert. We'll see if they'll want to push for play of the game. And see if we can get the play of the game for the stream, guys. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. This was the UnKnights versus the side of GoldRush Diggers. A great game, actually. GoldRush Diggers holding out pretty well. Ultimately, they almost actually stalled it out, and their own offense definitely had some moments there. So I would not at all, if you're a fan of them or you're in here in the stream, do not feel down on yourselves. Definitely get back up and keep playing more. You guys have a lot of potential, especially making it to the top 32 of this tournament. There is a lot. With that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and kind of slow down the commentary a bit here. I'm going to be looking at the bracket, messaging some teams. We're going to be pushing for play of the game, and it looks like we might be able to get you guys a GLB match coming up. And then we'll be following over on to Imagine SG1 will be making it to the top 8. We'll follow SG1 until ESL Overwatch wants to take that over. We'll watch this play of the game. Again, guys, we'll be watching GLB Esports versus opponent. I'll go ahead and update the bracket real quick and see what that is. Nothing like a classic Mercy play of the game. Great resurrection for his team. Doing a lot, ultimately, actually. Helping out a lot. And we are, I hope that's not any frame drops. No, it doesn't look to be any frame drops. So just a slight bit of graphical lag. And it looks like GLB is going to, be taking on iOctane. So that's going to be the next game, guys. We're going to go ahead and leave this lobby. Again, thank you so much for watching. Follow at ESL Overwatch for more information. If you want to check out me and help me out as a caster, follow me on Twitter at RaptorZOW. I want to be casting more seriously for more events and take it more seriously in the future. So giving me feedback, advice on Twitter or here in the chat is really what I'm asking for. That's all that I really care about. You can also check out StratWatch because that series means a lot to me. That being said, guys, outside of that, thank you so much for watching. Your viewership matters so much, and it is appreciated. We'll be kicking it to the waiting screen just for a second so we can go ahead and get you guys the next game. Thank you so much again, and we'll be bringing you guys the next bit of action as soon as possible.